Hello, exiles. Welcome back to SSF with our Gemling Legionaire. A Gemling Legionaire that's using Constricting Command to to activate the surrounded buff. This was a very lucky roll. It's a max roll for your few enemies. You are constantly and currently surrounded. And we're here with a side grade, not an upgrade. A side grade as in we have found a way to generate the charges that charge regulation would use, which currently cannot be socketed with anything relevant, except maybe some precision cannibalism. Yeah, let's do that. Precision cannibalism. There shouldn't be a... That's a cannibalism one. Okay. Oh, and we do not have the support gems for better than. Okay, let's grab this one, and I believe we'll touch on the idea of the other. Where is it? Cannibalism 2. Okay, and can you see it? And don't really recommend the gems. Precision. This precision support adds 2000. So, what have you done? So, generating charges. Charge regulation is giving us critical hit chance, more critical hit chance. So this is the the good modifier, the good added modifier, and also more skill speed. If you would give it more quality, then it would consume the charges less often. Right now it says 11.68. Right, we just got 3 seconds of holding on to our charges. Whirlwind Lance, I believe, yeah, gives you better damage when you collapse the Whirlwind, but we do not collapse the Whirlwind. So why do we generate charges, and what's going on? What's going on is that we're not using integrated efficiency anymore. This did give us good increases. Currently, Whirling Slash would have received per green support gem 6% increased skill speed, not added, and 60% increased damage and 20% increased critical hit chance because of sockets. The 60% increased damage is a sizable amount, given that we're only adding, I believe last count was somewhere around 350% at the damage without these. So yeah, it was a sizable amount, but we've spec'd into crystalline potential and advanced thaumaturgy, because I was hoping this thaumatological dynamism, just as any other granted skill granted by a notable or by an item, would give you a skill in your skill list. Unfortunately, that would have been overpowered, because charge generating skills can be socketed with granting additional charges of the same type or even additional charges of any other type. So then how does this work? It says the kind of charge you generate is determined by the attribute requirements of the skills you have socketed in your skill gems. The higher the total strength requirement of your skill gems, the more likely you'll be to generate an endurance charge. Dexterity corresponds to frenzy, intelligence to power charges. That's why after whirling, lance, charge regulation, herald of thunder, and wind dancer, which are our active skills, we got a lot of skills. Spells, as much as you can socket, and currently I'm leaning more into blue than into green, so there should be more power charges than frenzy charges. Yeah, you could make it so that some of these skills are usable, as in we could use vulnerability and elemental weakness depending on the situation. They're currently not socketed because they would be there to help you out, but right now what would really help is finding a way to not lose damage and increase our critical hit chance better than 26.3%. There are support gems that will allow us to increase the critical hit chance, and maybe we're going to use them. But right now, this is where the build is. Raised fields. Headland. I'm looking for a nice map. Crypt. Sure. Let's run a crypt. For modifiers. We don't need to be greedy about the modifiers. None of the builds up until now in this league are strong enough or fast enough to clear any map of any type of any amount of delirium on it. So what we do, it really seems we're moving faster than usual.
You are free to explore this vast world, yet
But
doing the bidding of others.
luckily, seems that our area of effect I think we're getting there. I haven't played around with the build too much. I only just now got the idea of moving to advanced thaumaturgy, so that we can generate the charges that charge regulation would consume, because the added modifiers of additional skill speed and additional critical hit chance, they're pretty good. We really want them. We'd love to have more of them if possible. So how's it looking against really tough elites? Maybe we just wait for the tough elites to follow us and die by their own accord in the Whirlwind. How is it looking against bosses? Well, it's not Lightning Rod and it's not the last league's Tangle Tongue. Oh, which we didn't try this with Tangle Tongue. Because, you know, you lose a lot of base damage with Tangle Tongue. Shall we give it a try? Let's give it a try. Oh, we were in a delirious rage. Let's allow that to recover. What would Tangle Tongue do for us is increase that base critical hit chance. We have a pretty good roll. Oh yeah, right. Last league, the roll was up to 20%, right? Right now, max roll is 13%. So, I socketed it with flat lightning damage so that, you know, you start off with something. It's not just critical hits. Our damage should take a plunge. It did. But our critical hit chance right now is 35%, and we do have a chance for twice critical hit. Critical hit bonus is just as bad, but let's give it a shot. We're not currently running any kind of cast on crit to count it, but greater essences. An Indigon. Okay, we had a lot of good time playing around with the Gemling Legionaire. We're going to raise up a spellcaster, or maybe turn this Gemling Legionaire into a spellcaster.
Simple enough.
Yeah. It is. It's. Do we have additional? No, we do not have additional skill speed or attack speed on Tangle Tongue, but it really feels comfortable against random mobs. Yeah, sure. Elites will shortly fall faster if you can find them within a pack, because you'll have your Herald of Thunder picking up some of the slack, adding some more damage, and that may also crit. And that may also crit. Did it become comfortable? I think the build has just become comfortable enough to farm a few maps with it. Not to mention that Ritual, which is our targeted mechanic this league, because of all the cool additional omens. Ritual should be much more easy to complete with this build instead of... What are you doing there all alone? Never mind. You'll have your chance. You'll have your time. Let's start the ritual.
One down. Who's next?
Hey, look at us. We're navigating the chaotic pods and explosions. Isn't this nice? And we're generating our charges fast enough that we are up to 3 charges. So the advanced thaumaturgy, well, we do have 2 unset rings, and we have added 2 additional skills. Let's see, can we do a second now on? Okay, where are the little pink purple orbs? There they are. And okay, we're still alive. You gotta activate that. You gotta activate that because it's going to add a lot of corpses to the ritual. All right. It's flashy. It's very flashy. It's very. I mean, well, that was a misstep on my part. It's tier 3 Wrath Scepter. What would you use these for? Let's just clear the map. Yeah, this area of effect is... Hey. I got talking, but where are we at? 8,000 tributes, 1800 tributes. Let's spend them. That was not the button I wanted to hit. Never mind. I wanted to do this, but I believe this is already to... Yeah, let's just do that. And with our Indigon, let's take on... how's our damage? We're looking at 1900 physical and close to 5400 elemental. So we're going to drop an elemental weakness. Wake up, Mr. Meltwax. Yeah, you gotta try and stand behind the boss. Is it really bad against bosses? Well, it's not the fastest, is it? With all the crits and everything. Yeah, up to... Well, it's not the fastest, but you could say it's good enough against bosses. Yeah, with the Tangle Tongue and the Constricting Command, you need very large numbers of added damage, added base damage. Very large numbers of added base damage. So we got tier 2, tier 5 there, tier 1, tier 4 there, tier 3. and tier 1 there. There is a ring. This ring hasn't been improved. We do have, I believe, some omens, some whittling, some sinistral, some homogenizing coronation and exaltation, but we can't really spend them right now. Not on this ring. The suffixes aren't that good. Why was I looking at that ring? Because if I take out one skill, it's always the last skill that you remove when you remove a skill slot. Currently, we're expected a 38,000 with this one. Well, you saw it from 29 to 30, 34, and if we get our frenzy charge, it doesn't want to generate the frenzy charge right now. So this is okay, 40,000, which is right a lot. If we were to 35, 57, will holding on to the Tangle Tongue give us more DPS overall because we're bifurcating the critical hits? Could be. What would we need to hold on to Tangle Tongue forever and ever? More critical hit chance, and we can only add that currently on gloves and amulet. Gloves and amulet. Nah. We'll try it. Right now, I guess we should be clearing a few maps. I'm not gonna take this build up against any kind of pinnacle bossing. As you've seen against the map boss, they do get their turn, they do get to do their mechanics, and I was never the kind of player that handles boss mechanics well. With that being said, this is the build. This is the accuracy stacking Constricting Command Gemling Legionaire. I think we are doing pretty well on the accuracy stacking part. Main hand accuracy 17,000. Pretty good with this one. 18. That's a lot of attack speed. Currently sitting at 3.52, 3.57 attacks per second. That's a very large number. What would I use the build for? Just more fun. Just having fun with it. But the league is getting, to be at its. We're not early league anymore. There will be less and less time for each build to be played as more builds come up. So yeah, that is to say, there will be new videos for this build and for the Lightning Rod Amazon, and there is a new Deadeye about to make the stage. Deadeye that wants to use Tangle Tongue just like it did last league. I want to see if the Deadeye can use Tangle Tongue just as well. Especially that now it has received an update to its ascendancy, and But yeah, maybe let's talk about the die a little bit later. Right now, this was Charlie, Gemling Legionaire. I started calling it the Delusional build because you're never surrounded, but you're always surrounded. So take that as a pun on words. So Charlie will be probably we'll be seeing him again when we get um, Hateforge or the Telemanus Sirius to socket into a Darkness Enthroned with helmet affix. Oh, and there's still this build that we want to take a look at. Right then. Thank you everyone for watching. Charlie says goodbye, and until next time, so do I. Goodbye, exiles.